Yeah, as everybody continues to just dissect every tidbit of information in this case. Again, he'll be back in court on Thursday. Will Kohlberger still with us, trial attorney Bruce Rosenberg in New York, and forensic psychologist John Del Torre in San Antonio, Texas. Bruce, the case seems to be overwhelming when you look at that probable cause affidavit and the details that investigators are providing, but it's just the beginning, is it not? And there's so much more to all of this in the story. We're at the beginning stages of the revelations to come, preliminary hearing, and then, of course, the trial. But as a defense attorney, are you, that probable cause affidavit, does that give you some pause?
In a sense, obviously, there are details in there that are problematic. However, I think the fact that they don't have any location or any data on the phone during the time it was what you would say off grid is problematic for the prosecution. The bottom line is you have to assume or place intent that he either intentionally turned off the location setting, or that, as the prior report said, that maybe he was just in a location where the phone wasn't being picked up, and so we're assuming and associating nefarious conduct because of that. So that opens a wide range of possibilities for the defense to say, well, just because that you couldn't locate the phone doesn't mean you can assume anything about what happened within that time period. So teasing those details, yes, I guess we're going to find out during the trial a little more specifics about, from the prosecution, what they think happened, as well as the defense is given the opportunity to utilize that downtime to give other explanations or to point to other factors that are involved in what the defendant was doing during that time.
John, as a forensic psychologist and what you know, what do you think was going on here with this defendant? Obviously, he's not guilty. He's presumed innocent. But if the state's theory is true that he is the person that did this, what kind of a monster is this guy?
You know what? I think I'm going to challenge a little bit the idea of monster, and I think a lot of audience members, I think a lot of people kind of viewing him as a monster. They want him to be a serial killer. They want him to be something that he's probably not. No, he certainly is more of a mass killer, given the 4 victims in one location at one time. He certainly fits that definition. But what I think we're looking at is someone who is really struggling with his own internal thoughts, his own internal feelings, never really quite understanding how he fit in. I think he probably took a lot of rejections and he took them to heart. I think rejections really wounded him. And I think at some point he decided that as he tried to understand why it was that he thought and felt the way that he did, he turned to wanting to externalize a lot of the suicidal thoughts that he was having, externalizing them out into homicidal thinking, which is why he starts engaging in problematic behaviors, from being bullied to becoming the bully, and perhaps even now engaging in an act of murder. And so I think this is a guy that really struggled to understand himself, and at some point externalized everything.
Right. Well said. We need a break as we approach the top of the hour. Bruce Rosenberg, thank you for your time and expertise. Back with more after this.